Today's horoscope, Taurus September 18th, 2024. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Today's lunar eclipse brings on a new, longer-term theme in your life, as it's the first of a set of eclipses to shake up your love and friendship axis until February 2027. You'll see your friendships, connections, and happiness goals in a whole new way. Gradually, you're awakening to a need for kindred spirits, more involvement with friends or the community, and self-expression through creative mediums. This eclipse has a way of highlighting areas of your life that have become dysfunctional or unsatisfactory. There can be sudden involvement with others or a friendship matter coming to a head. It's a time of revelations, unveilings, and important discoveries. Nevertheless, it's a time of magnification of one area of life at the expense of another, and objectivity isn't yet with you, so take your time with your feelings. This eclipse set also has a way of challenging you to balance your attention to your personal life with outside responsibilities. If you've been paying too much attention to a love affair to a point that friendships are suffering, for example, you'll begin to see the need to make changes. Mercury is racing along like a hurricane at this point. Today and tomorrow, he is facing a battle with an icy Saturn. With our cosmic messenger planet of the mind and communication sizzling like a bonfire in your solar house of true love, romance, and passion, he'll feel his fire dim beneath the gaze of a cold and cruel Saturn located in your solar house of friendships, communities, and groups. This means that there could be uni-deal news and discussions around love and friendship, perhaps even the fact that your partner and pals hate each other. Who is by your side? Your greater professional community has been one of your core focuses over the last 6 months. Maybe you worked on growing your community to meet new professionals on and offline. Perhaps your social media has become a massive part of your work life. Some of your friendships may have also changed in unexpected ways. As the full moon partial lunar eclipse in Pisces rises today, it will show you how much everything has changed in an unforeseen yet fateful way. Take note of what comes up when interacting with your peers and work friends. Personal growth comes in many forms and packages, and sometimes the most challenging thing we can do is ask ourselves what we would really like to see change in our personal habits. Whether it's brushing your teeth more often or giving up alcohol for a period of time, there are things you will automatically think of when you ask yourself the question seriously. Don't be afraid to take steps to improve your manners or physical appearance. It's a healthy conscience that wants to fit in and look good. If the recent period that you have been through tended to destabilize you, today will incite you to find a certain amount of balance. Indeed, because you take everything onto yourself and systematically try to smooth things out with your family, friends, and co-workers, you will finally have some harmony in your life. But the vibrations won't be able to do everything, and this is why you should avoid acting like the Lone Ranger and doing everything alone. You will then have greater success in your professional life. Be diplomatic, receptive, and don't speed up the rhythm too much. In this way, you will also have a better relationship with your partner. Knowing that when she leaves your work sector in 6 days the Sun will return to take over, followed by Mercury 3 days later, diminishes the urgency of Venus' final days while also making them more significant. The Sun and Mercury will focus on practical realities, addressing the when, where, and how. Until then, Venus is not only expressing your heartfelt desires but is also enhancing opportunities across income, work, and career fronts. This period allows you to clearly define your priorities regarding when to stay focused on work and when to step back. While the clash between the Sun and Moon that will create tomorrow's eclipsing full moon is still 24 hours away, the Moon's clash with Mercury in your romantic sector today is a chance to ease into this. With all planetary activity on the romantic front for the year ending next week, a bit of pressure on the Sun and Mercury in their final days in your romantic sector is a chance to challenge old excuses, roadblocks, and barriers, whether real or imagined. Daily Planetary Overview. As you move through your day, take a moment to appreciate how naturally and effortlessly you're connecting with others. There's a beautiful, genuine energy surrounding you right now, and it's making conversations flow with ease. Have you ever had one of those chats where, by the end, You walk away feeling refreshed, energized, and like you've gained something truly meaningful from the exchange. That's exactly the kind of vibe you're working with today. But these aren't just casual conversations at Euro, they carry a deeper purpose. These discussions are helping you explore new ideas, develop fresh strategies, and even open doors to opportunities you might not have anticipated. Is there something you've been dreaming of but haven't had the chance to pursue fully? Maybe it's a new project at work, a creative hobby, or even a personal goal that's been on your mind. Whatever it is, today's energy is supporting you in turning those dreams into reality. Don't hesitate, this is your moment to go after what you love. What's one thing you've been itching to start, but haven't had the time or space for? Share it in the comments, and let's cheer each other on as we all take steps toward our passions. As you go through your day, you'll notice that your interactions with colleagues, friends, and loved ones are filled with warmth and kindness. There's a real sense of support in the air, and you'll feel it strongly today. Have you ever experienced the deep fulfillment that comes from knowing your care and compassion have a positive impact on those around you? That's the energy you're carrying today. When you show up for others with an open heart, they feel Euro and they'll be there to show up for you in return. It's the beautiful balance of give and take, a reminder that when we care for others, we create a circle of support that comes back to us when we need it most. You might find yourself at a bit of a crossroads, especially if you're juggling multiple projects or ideas. It's totally normal to feel a little overwhelmed by all the possibilities ahead of you, but here's the good news, Euro, you don't have to rush. Take a step back, breathe, and give yourself the space to weigh your options carefully. Ask yourself, what's truly calling to me right now? What would bring me the most fulfillment and joy? Have you ever noticed that when you give yourself the time to reflect, the right choice often becomes clear? By giving yourself a moment to pause and think, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Trust that the answers will come when you allow yourself the space to listen. Speaking of reflection, have you noticed that when you share what you've learned, it not only helps others but deepens your own understanding? That's one of the magical aspects of communication during this Tamia Euro. It's not just about you, it's about everyone around you benefiting from your experiences and insights. So, take this opportunity to connect, teach, and share your wisdom. You might be surprised by how much more you'll discover in the process. Have you ever had that aha moment while explaining something to someone else, realizing that you've gained a whole new perspective? That's the kind of energy you're working with today, so lean into it. As you move through your day, one of the most beautiful aspects of today's energy is how it encourages you to balance your own desires with the needs of others. It's a day to approach your interactions with an open heart and an understanding mindset. Have you ever been around someone who makes everything feel calm and comfortable, no matter the situation? That's the kind of energy you're radiating right now, and it's contagious. You have this incredible ability to make others feel at ease, even when they're dealing with stress or tension. But remember, as much as your empathy is a gift, it's also important to be mindful of your limits. Have you ever found yourself giving so much that you ended up feeling drained? Today's energy is all about finding that sweet spot where you can be generous and compassionate while also practicing self-care. It's wonderful to support others, but don't forget to take care of yourself, too. After all, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, as you navigate this day filled with connection, creativity, and kindness, take a moment to appreciate the beautiful balance that's unfolding around you. Whether you're diving into a passion project, having meaningful conversations, or simply sharing your energy with the people around you, know that you're making a difference. How do you plan to embrace this energy today? Share your thoughts and experiences below, and let's inspire each other to make the most of this magical moment.